What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another fresh commentary. Now guys, people are mad at Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. They feel like the long-awaited second chapter is a complete downgrade from the first one. People expected much more out of the second part of the game, but they're not happy with what we got. As I've been playing the game recently, I've been bumping into a few clips and playthroughs of people playing this game, and they don't like it. They think that this part's antagonist is not as scary, so it kind of ruins the whole second part of the game. Huggy Wuggy at the start was scary and caught everyone off guard while playing the game, which basically made the game good and popular. Everyone was going wild on this all-new horror game that was very similar to Five Nights at Freddy's and had its own creepy lore behind it. So as the first chapter of the game came out, so did word about the game and more people got into it, making it completely blow up to the point where everyone was essentially begging the developers to release the second part of the game because months have gone by. And now that it's arrived, people are completely disappointed with what we got. They really expected something big out of the second part of the game, especially because they were working on it for so long. And believe it or not, we did get a huge continuation of the story, but regardless, it didn't live up to its hype because everyone was not happy with Mommy Longlegs being the main villain. They didn't like how short this chapter was, they didn't like the ending. I'm not gonna spoil anything, of course, but let's just say it didn't end so well. It felt like the game just started when you're mid into the playthrough, and then they just left it on a cliffhanger, which was not bad, but at least give us some context. Like, we just started learning about this character, we don't even know what's going on. This chapter barely showed us anything about the story, and then when we got to the end, they just left it like that, and it just felt like a forced conclusion to the second chapter. Like they had more in mind, but they just had to end it off there. But either way, I had a good time with the game. It's obvious the graphics have improved so damn much. I'm not sure if they had an RTX on feature for my playthrough, but when I was playing the first chapter in my 2060, I was lagging left and right, and now that I have a 3070, it was running so smooth, and I can definitely see the improvements in the game's visuals. So that's awesome that they improved it. And yes, I can't lie, on day one there was so many damn bugs, it got me mad. That was actually the reason so many people refunded the game after it came out too. They even had to make the first chapter free to get people to want to buy chapter 2. It was just that bad. I don't know what bugs any other people was experiencing. Like the main one that I bumped into is, for instance, if I were to die at any point of the game, and I mean any point, the sound would completely turn off. Even if I went into the title screen, it wouldn't come back. I had to restart the entire game in order to hear everything again, which, not gonna lie, made me a try hard even more because I was streaming while playing, and I didn't want to have to restart over and over again to drive away my little viewership. So I had to make sure I didn't die 10 times harder while playing the game, or it means if I did die, I would have to completely restart the game all over again, which was just such a pain in the ass. And there was just such a bunch of FPS drops sometimes, some save issues going on with other people too, and if you wanted to adjust the setting, the save button wouldn't even work. Even to do something as simple as make the game full screen, it didn't let you. So yeah, the second chapter was just a complete mess this time around, and the game's functionality is one reason people have just been furious with the game lately. But not gonna lie, the devs did respond swiftly. They rolled out a fix the day after, and after taking a break from the game and continuing the day after the update, the game ran so damn smooth. So they did a great job working over everything the same day, despite the game coming out just a few hours ago. But either way, first impressions are very important. So even though they fixed the bugs, this definitely made a lot of people turn away from chapter 2, even though they fixed it. I gave it a second shot because everything has definitely been patched up, and the game runs perfectly now, so good job on their end. But it just wasn't enough to get people to want to come back to the game. They already refunded it, and even them making the first chapter free because the second game sales was so bad, it actually made people mad because they double paid for both of the chapters, and everyone was just calling the second chapter a cash grab, and the dev's reputation is completely over. But another reason I want to mention why people are mad at this game now, besides the ending, the performance issues, Mommy Longlegs, you name it, is just the fact that they were not impressed with what they got this time around for Poppy Playtime. When they teased the game a few months back, everyone expected a kick-ass second part with great story, a super long playthrough, like I'm talking like 40 hours plus, and no problems with the game at all. But after delay and delay, the game finally came out and it ended up not having any of that, and fans are extremely disappointed. I just think people are hating on the second chapter because of the first one. I mean, whatever they experienced at first will never be compared to anything in the future. This always does happen with games. The second part will almost always be compared to the first one, and they will never be happy because they're just gonna think the first game is gonna be way better. That's just how it is, because they want that first feeling back, that feeling that you get when you play a brand new game and it feels good. It's something new and it feels amazing until you relive the experience again and compare it to the first, which just sucks. But this time around, honestly, everyone is just upset with Mommy Longlegs being the antagonist. They don't think she makes this new chapter scary, and a lot of people just plain don't like her, and I think that's the reason why everybody is hating on the second chapter and just skipped it. I don't know, man, I just feel like they haven't played past the second part of the game, because to me, she scared the hell out of me with her games. Like those parts where she made us do those little mini games to escape. I got jump scared so many times. Like I've played countless horror games from Resident Evil, Outlast, you name it, and nothing scared me like this part of Poppy Playtime. Nothing ever scared me like that, because there's this one part, like I said, I'm not gonna spoil, but she pops up and it just scared the crap out of me. It completely caught me off guard and I felt like my soul just left my body. Literally backed out of my chair and just stood up, and my mic didn't even pick up my screaming. So I don't really get what all the hate is about. She was scary to me. Don't get me wrong, the intro when she threatened us was a bit cringe, and it's completely understandable why some people might be mad since they made the first chapter free. Of course, Huggy Wuggy was way more terrifying, but at times Mommy Longlegs was scary too. I don't know, the reviews are mixed now, but I really did enjoy this chapter despite all of the hate from players who played the first one about a year ago are saying. That's pretty much it. Just wanted to talk on this. In this video, I'm just talking about the hate, all the negative feedback. I plan on making another video in the future going full in depth in the reviews and stuff, because there's a bit of drama going on behind the game with the devs. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you hate this game? Like the video for more, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.